And what is going on? We are back live for the third time. The second time was not so great because I lost internet connection, and we are trying this again. I've got the forward. In fact, it's more like crawling at a very slow speed, trying to keep the heat down. But you can see we're heated up fairly well for the most part. I am doing a little bit of planishing here and trying to straighten up this thing and thin it out just a hair. Were you in it? Were you in the live yet? Yeah. Did you get in the second one? No. I lost connection, so I rebooted it. Now I'm doing it again.
Jack says, I'm watching the one now, and it's glitching. It shows him saying stream.
Yeah, I lost everybody because of internet or something. And I'm live for a minute 30 and I don't have anybody in, so will you get on and see if you can see anybody? Or see me, I guess. Yeah, I went back into the shed and it's just a bad spot back there. Can you see me? Hey, there we go. What's going on? Welcome back. Sorry about the internet. We have kind of a gloomy day out here, and sometimes the internet don't want to cooperate. Plus, I tried to go into the shed to grab something, and it took a big dump and decided not to work. So that's how it goes, I suppose. But we're back. Yo, my brother, what's up, dog? I lost you there for a minute. Can you hear me and see me better this time around? Let me know if you can see me. Or hear me. Or both. Why not? What's up, buddy? Can you hear me and see me? Let's go. I now have the cameraman back to do some camera work. And we're hanging out. You want to be the cameraman? Okay. Here. Let me drop you down to the cameraman level. There we go. Here. Let me try to fix you up here so you can see. What's up, brother? Are you still in here? Say hey if you can hear us and see us. You got Quinn the cameraman hanging out doing some camera work. Woo-wee. We need to turn this forge up some, don't we? You think it's hot? A little bit, but not hot enough, huh? All right, we're going to crank it up a touch then. There we go. 1654 and rising. So, back at it. The cameraman. What's going on, cameraman? Hi. Can I get a shot of the cameraman? He's shaking his head no. Let's see what the cameraman looks like. Are you guys ready for the cameraman? Oh, we almost got a good glimpse of him. He is quite the elusive cameraman. He's very hard to find in the natural habitat. Oh, nope, almost. Dang it. Well, sorry, folks. Maybe next time. You might get lucky and see the cameraman. Fine, he's back. So, yes, we're out here father and son doing some father and son forging. Try not to shake it too much because you'll give OG Frenchy fan and Jack Leducer some headaches. We don't want that. You'll be like, oh, I'm dizzy, man. You're making me dizzy. Okay, cameraman. You got a good shot of that? Nice. How's it looking? Straight? Is it looking pretty straight to you? Okay. A little bit? Okay, a little bit, he says. It needs a little bit of love, he says. Thing about planishing is it doesn't take a whole lot of heat and a whole lot of power to move the steel where you want it. So that's what we're up to. Trying to get this thing a little thinner and a little straighter. Great work, cameraman. I appreciate it. You're doing a good job. So, get a shot of the forge, show them the forge. All right, let's go. Good shooting there. How about a shot of the thermocouple, and we'll see how hot the forge is. That's this thing. What kind of numbers do we got? Let's zoom in a little. Want to? Okay, we are chilling at almost 1800 degrees. Nice. Your uncle says, hey, Quinn, what's up? There's the cameraman. Let's go. We finally got a shot of him. Let's go, cameraman. All right. Hot steel coming through. Looking much better. Need to move the blade portion down a little bit. And the sun's coming out, so that's cool. Alright, we're going to flip this dude around. Put her back in that way. And then we're going to work on that part of the blade. Nice. It's getting pretty warm, isn't it? All right. It says we got 9 people in here. For the other couple people in here, say hello. Tell us what your name is. What are you up to? I got the cameraman Quinn, who just lost a tooth. Show him your missing tooth. No? Well, it's in there. Well, it used to be in there. There it is. Just lost a tooth. And, might have a visit from the Tooth Fairy. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, you think it's getting hot? Think it's time to pull it out? Okay, let's look and see. Ooh, okay. It's starting to get warm, but we need a little bit more heat up in this tip here. So, another thing to think about when you're forging is you don't want to forge too hot when you're at your final shaping. And you should gradually be lowering your temperatures as you're getting closer to ending your forging. And that way you can minimize your grain growth as you get towards the end. You can always do thermocycling, but it's nice to run a little bit cooler as you're planishing. Number one, you don't need the heat. Number two, you're keeping the metal grain from expanding larger than necessary. And that is what we're trying to do, is keep it at a somewhat cool temperature. This is not screaming hot by any means, but it's hot enough to, can you feel the heat from there? You can, can't you? I can feel it right here. It's hot enough to manipulate, so. Out there. Really just checking to make sure the 3 spots are in line, and they pretty much are for the most part.
Kind of.
And we fixed our little whoopsie on the spine, so I think now it's going to be time to throw it back in.
Back in it. It's already 17 right now.
1700, yep. So we'll throw it in there, and we're going to let it hang out for a bit. Oh, hey, we got Chevy guy back in here. I just forged the Skinner to a shape I'm happy with. Let's go. But I didn't record it. Hey, that that happens sometimes. It's really hard to, you know, work on your blades and try to film it at the same time. I feel your pain. Because sometimes you're just not in the mood to record yourself. And other times you're just not in the mood to work on knives, so it's trying to find a time where you're good with both of those things. And sometimes that can be difficult, no doubt. I do like the idea of a Skinner, though. That is cool and practical. I have made one hunting knife, and I made that for my cousin a while back. And it turned out pretty cool. Man, I'm saying, and I don't have to pay him. I just have to feed him. And then I got a free camera guy. He's just out here hanging with his dad, doing some filming and doing some forging. Soon enough, he'll be over here at the anvil banging on some steel. Is that right? All right, we got hot steel coming through, my guy. And do you have my hammer? All right, thanks, pal. You want to hit once? Go ahead. Let's go. Was that fun? Do it again. There you go. Nice. Very good. Look at you forging out this blade, my guy. And you're just like your dad, doing it barefoot. I happen to be wearing house shoes today, but I do a lot of forging barefoot. Let's run in the family. Barefoot forgers. Alright. Here you go. Let's go. Nice. Okay. Let's see. We're doing good. Gear back up a little bit, and then I think we'll be ready. Nice work, cameraman. Thank you. And we'll let it heat up again, and we'll do some thermocycling on it while we've got it in there. Oh yeah, he's going to be a forging guy here before too long, no doubt. You going to make a blade here soon? What kind of knife or sword would you want to make? A small one? A tall one? A long sword? Or what would be your favorite? Small pocket knife style? Yeah, that would be cool. I really want to make like a pocket knife or a folder, you know, something like this would be cool to try to make. That way you can just carry it in your pocket, and
Do you think it's
it would be awesome. I don't know. It's looking like it's hot, but
It looks like it's heating.
it does look like it's heating up. That is correct. Yeah, it's definitely warm. We are checking for straightness, and we have it. So that is a plus. That's what we're after, is a straight one. We're also checking to make sure we're in line, and we're so close, so we need to hit it on the anvil a few more times. You want to grab the camera for me?
Can I hit it?
Sure. Okay. Good. There we go, baby. Nice. Got a good rhythm going, too. Nice. Perfect. Are we forging or are we playing drums? I like it. Alright. It is hot, so be careful. And oh, that just fixed it right there. Good job. It's actually looking pretty straight now. One more time. Alright, perfect. I think we are good to go. So, now that the forging is done, we are going to throw it back in here and let it chill out in the heat for a
I
second.
thought we let it swim. Just kidding.
There we go. Make sure those aren't too hot before we touch them. They're not too bad. Alright, we're going to let that warm up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so have you thought about a folding fillet knife? Now that is a good idea. I like it. Folding fillet knife would be super cool.
But he doesn't know how to make one.
Oh, hey, Joe Barry, what's going on, buddy? Great helper you got there. Yes, he is a fantastic helper. And Randy, Randy's in. What's going on, Randy? Thank you, sir. We are doing a little father-son forging session. And in fact, the very first time, the miniature forger banged on some steel, and he did pretty darn good. He was helping me straighten out the blade, and I don't know if I could have straightened it out without him. He did a good job. All right. So we were hanging at about 1670. That is a good temperature, indeed.
Yep.
Randy says he's heading to the county fair this afternoon. I entered 2 blades. Nice. That would be cool. Entering some blades at the county fair. I like it.
How's
And
it?
Joe Barry says you're back. Indeed, I am. I did a little bit of a live stream earlier, and it went really well. We were doing some grinding, and then I noticed a little bit of a whoopsie-doo on the forging, so we're fixing that.
Until I got you.
Jack says, can I get a what? For those of you who don't know, Jack is my brother from the same mother. And he's actually in one of the older episodes of Frenchy's Forge. He made himself his very first knife. That was a fun time. And he's actually working on his second knife. He brought it home and working on finishing up some of what he can do at his house. And then he'll be back to kick it back over here at the forge to finalize it, hopefully, at some point. It'll be a good time.
Which my feet are all dirty.
Your feet are dirty. You've been hanging out in the dirty dirt again.
Which I don't know what to do.
All right, so we got a pretty good color on that. And the thermocouple says that's about 1650. which
Okay,
is
let's
probably
do mine
close to that. Let's turn it around and we'll put the handle portion in there and let that heat up some. Tell you what, when I was doing the sword build in here, I made a critical mistake, and man almighty, I had the sword in both of these burners, and I was trying to move it in and out, back and forth, and it was kind of hard to heat treat it and get it all uniform throughout the whole thing. Well, I went to the other side over here, and I came around and I grabbed the tip of it, and I was going in and out like this, and then when I went to take it out, I made the mistake of turning it like this and pulling it out, and the thing went just from the sheer weight of it. I completely bent it like a banana, and so wasn't that big a deal. I just had to straighten it out. But yeah, you live and you learn, and don't be grabbing long blades when they're hot in that direction. See, being a dummy runs in the family. You can tell them how I broke the first one by being a dummy. Hey, you know what? The first one isn't necessarily your fault. That one on your big brother. We were trying to decide what kind of steel to use. We chose 5160. I had never messed with 5160 at that point, and I know for a fact what happened and why it crapped out is because we did not heat treat it correctly. I tried heat treating that one in peanut oil, and it was a cold day. The peanut oil had froze, and I thought, oh, no big deal. We'll just try to, unfreeze it. And it was probably way too cold, and something just happened. It just was not a good situation. Needless to say, that blade was kind of doomed the minute I said, hey, I'll heat treat it for you. Another live and learn scenario there. I think it's probably close to being done.
Right now it's been at 70 for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, we did get it a little hot in the middle there, but that's okay. We're just going to try to let it run a little bit longer, a little bit colder, and then we're going to anneal it, I think. Sanding some blades and watching OG. Nice, let's go. Joe Barry, have you ever thought about trying to do videos of your blades? Or even some people at least just do like quick shorts of their finished knives. That would be really cool. If you're not into the whole filming thing, you could just take like a quick video of a finished blade and make it a short. That'd be awesome.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay. Thanks for helping, buddy. Oh, he's coming back, he says. Okay. Let's see. I was chopping wood and was hitting the spine with the back of a metal hatchet. Metal on metal. The hatchet probably was. You know what's strange though to me? It broke right where the bevels started. In fact, if I remember correctly, I want to say we've got that knife right inside here. Let me see if I got it.
Okay.
So here is the very first knife that my brother made, and you can see where it broke right here. And I have since super glued it back together as a memorabilia item. It is now a wall hanger, and that is all it is good for. But definitely for your first round, you did the whole handle, you did most of the bevels and the profile. This thing is killer, man. Definitely cooler than my first blade, no doubt about it. And, you know, had I known what I was doing back then, this thing would still be in one piece and you might still be chopping on it. So, anyway, yeah, hold on a second, okay? I think we are now going to let that anneal inside of the forge.
It's only 60.
It is. It's 1622, I believe.
So I think we're good.
I think so. We're going to close it up.
And
we're going to let it
swim.
cool down slowly.
How about we mind it?
There we go.
Like this.
And that way it will anneal, and that'll be even better for us to continue working on it. So there we go. We got the darn thing straight. Success. Joe says, great idea. I've got a few on Instagram, but I'm old school, not too tech savvy. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Me neither. I don't really do anything outside of YouTube. I have a Facebook page, and I don't get on there much. And other stuff, but it's really hard to energy in multiple places. That's why I just try to stick with YouTube for the most part. And my brother try and make the same profile this next time around. Yeah, man, that blade is cool. No doubt. That's like an all-around camp style knife slash bring it anywhere and do anything type of knife. I really, really like that thing. But now that we have more experience and I know what I'm doing a little bit better, we can absolutely make you a better blade. And you can see a lot of rolling on the edge and some chipping. And that is because when we were grinding this thing, it was heat treated so badly, which is my fault. But we were grinding the bevels and putting an edge on it, and the edge was just like melting away. It was just falling apart. So I don't really know. I think we got the grain really, really enlarged. In fact, before I super glued this together, we looked, and it wasn't the largest grain I'd ever seen, but it definitely wasn't silky, smooth, sandy like it should have been.
Can you show someone this knife?
So, what knife? Oh, that's Grandpa's toenail knife right there. Sharper than Grandpa's toenail. That's what I call that knife. This is the sharper than your grandpa's toenail knife because it kind of looks like a long toenail. And again, this is back when, you know, I'm just kind of goofing around. This is my first integral bolster thing, and it's pretty stinking hideous.
Same as this one.
Yeah, same as that one. It's a hideous little knife, but I tell you what, this is made out of a spring, and it has a wicked good edge. This is my shop cutter, and the heat treat is pretty stinking good on it. It's hideous, but it works well. The handle's cool. I had a good time making that, and the handle is way better than the profile of the knife, but it is what it is. You make some and you learn, and this was a good learning experience. Joe Barry says, I'm a paramedic, so it's hard to keep up with my knife builds and working 48-hour shifts. Doesn't my brother know it? My brother is an EMT, and he knows that lifestyle pretty well. So Joe and Jack, you guys have got something in common already. What, bud? Yeah, just leave that one alone, okay? Thanks, buddy. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. I just wanted to throw it on and show some planishing and straightening. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. I got to watch the cameraman, who's now the knife man. And watch yourself, because that one's really sharp. There we go. All of these are sharp, so be careful, okay? Except for this one. This one's not sharp. But it was pretty sharp at one point. I'm gonna go put that one up. Be careful with that one, because that one is super glued together. All right. I think that about does it for us here at Frenchy's Forge, father and son forging session. Let's go. Appreciate you guys hanging out and watching, and I'll be back with some more videos here in the future. If you're in here hanging out, I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button somewhere in here. Appreciate you guys very much, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.